Hey guys, welcome to What is Truth? It's Christian Barnes, and I got Neil Elias right here.
How you doing, guys?
So today we're going to do a reaction video to a satanic temple shrine that was inside the Iowa Capitol, and it was vandalized by a person who came up and beheaded it. So we're going to react to it, and then we're going to give our thoughts onto it. Also, guys, the clothing for Lion Crest will be above or below. If you guys want to get onto that, you could click that link, or you could click the link in the description so you guys could check out Neil's clothing line.
Yeah, I don't have that many things for guys, but for girls, I have plenty of leggings. Sorry about that, guys. I'm coming up with some designs, so hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah, so he'll have those come up, and then throughout the year, he always puts like new clothing, so you guys could check in on that. But all right, let's get into this.
Let's see.
A satanic holiday display at the state capitol has been vandalized after receiving pushback from religious Iowans and the governor. This is the shrine earlier this week before it was vandalized.
Okay, wait. Holiday. So is there actually a holiday for that?
So this is during Christmas, I think. So during the New Year. So there was a Christmas tree. Oh my God, what is it called? They just said it right now.
The other one, yeah.
For Jews. Yom Kippur.
The Hakuna Matata one.
No, no, not that one.
Oh, sorry.
Hakuna Matata is freaking Madagascar.
Oh my God.
Menorah.
There you go. Yeah.
Menorah.
Dude, that's way off.
Way off, bro. Way off, bro. So the menorah,
Jeez.
it's the candle.
Yeah.
It's the candle one. And then there's if you guys are seeing it below, our guys could obviously see it. You see a guy praying
Hanukkah, or what is it called?
Hanukkah is the celebration, right?
Yeah, there you go.
But the menorah is what you use for Hanukkah.
Oh, I confused. You got it.
What you see is a guy praying before, or crying, or whatever, weeping before a satanic statue thing that's covered in candles, and I think a goat's head.
Yeah, it's a goat head, and I cannot really see the body. All I can see is like it's covered with a red mantle. And
it's a little weird.
Yeah. You know what is actually interesting for me is that it's at the capital of Iowa.
Yeah, you know, it's weird. And I know where this is really going to go is the idea, okay, it's vandalized, right? And the idea of freedom of religion, right? In the United States, you have freedom of religion and I guess freedom of representation, right? So if the...
but I mean, we're not allowed to have the congressional flag or anything like that.
Right, yeah. So I'm pretty sure. So let's continue seeing watching that because I want to hear the rest of it.
Capitol Police say the statue of Baphomet, the goat-headed figure that you see in these videos, Capitol Police say the statue of Baphomet, the goat-headed figure that you see in these videos, was damaged earlier today. They add a Mississippi man has been charged with fourth-degree criminal mischief for the incident. Governor Kim Reynolds has called for residents to pray for the state in response to the display.
Okay,
pray for the display. What do you mean by that?
That's weird. Yeah, that's real weird.
I mean, he probably meant like praying to take it away, I guess. I don't know.
Or pray for the state and the situation that's going on, or they're trying to be all-inclusive, so whatever you pray for, pray for it. It's weird. But the thing that was weird, though, is the name of the statue. Muhammad. Yeah, I was looking at the audio clip, and it says Muhammad. That looks nothing like how I think Muslims would interpret Muhammad to be. I'm thinking that they just call it Muhammad.
Yeah, I don't think... If Muslims knew about it,
they'll be pretty upset.
They'll help the other person to actually.
Yeah, they'll help to take it down. Usually the typical demonic names you have is Beelzebub, Jezreel, Baal. Those are like the typical demonic names of demons or whatever.
Satan.
Oh yeah, Lucifer, obviously. Yeah. But that's weird that's there. And the weirdest thing that I just find weird is that if you notice in the video, it's focusing on a guy who's in front of it, praying and crying in front of it. So it's just a weird semblance. And it's so weird that, I mean, the guy got charged. They said that a guy got charged for beheading it. We did some research on the guy. You probably see a picture right now. He's this white guy. He's a Mississippian. They say that he's a Republican. He's a strong conservative and he's a Christian. And he dismembered it or beheaded it because obviously it represents, evil.
Yeah.
So the question is to us then, how do we feel about it? So I'm going to go with you first, Neil, then I guess I'll go with me. How do you feel about that?
Oh, man. I honestly think that, shoot. I understand that each one of us has our own freedom of religion.
Right.
Okay, but just because you're free to do something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Just an example, the way I see it is like in Capitol Hill, they started putting the Nazi flag.
Right.
They have an idea that whatever Hitler was doing, it was the right thing. That's a belief.
Here's another thing too.
And you have the right to believe that. Nobody has anything against it. I mean, nobody can do anything against towards what you believe.
And think what it is. That's where legislation gets passed. So what type of rules or laws are they passing through if they have that mindset? Like if I put a Nazi flag up and I think the Nazi wasn't a bad guy, how am I going to be towards minorities when I'm passing law and registration?
Exactly. What type of ideas, what type of beliefs you're going to be having that is going to be changing certain laws?
Right.
And because even the conservative flag, that was a big issue because apparently, was it South Carolina that
got removed it, or even
they were forced to remove the status.
Well, even having the American flag, they even got rid of it too, like in the chambers, and they also got rid of like other statues that represent patriotism. But the thing that's so weird is that, okay, for example, the reasons why you may be asking, well, how come it's freedom of state, right? Freedom of religion, right? Everyone should have their own religion, should have. However, those religions, usually most religions have a moral standard, right? Christianity has a moral standard. Judaism has a moral standard. Islam has a moral standard. Buddhism has a moral standard. Satanic, everything that is evil is good. Everything that is good is bad to them. So it's a major twist, and it represents, because here's the thing: when you see the religious symbols, especially in places like this of where legislations pass, where people vote for very huge controversial things, it needs to represent. Okay, I know I could trust these people because their morality is based on this way, right? But if I see satanic thing where a person believes death, rape, all that stuff is okay, pedophilia, exactly. And you know, said, oh, not all satanics are like that. Well, the majority of them are. It's different. It's not like in Christianity or Muslim where they say, oh, they're like in, let's say Catholicism.
Women have no rights, and that not everybody of that religion.
Right. Or they in Catholicism, oh, they're all perverts. No, there's only a small group of them that are in Islam. There's a whole bunch of terrorists. No, only a small group. In Satanic, it is encouraged. It's like 99% of them. So it's a really, really odd thing. And I feel that person, what he did. So if I'm talking state-wise, he's in the wrong. So I'm talking about like...
Yeah, if you're talking about like in the eyes of the law.
Of the law, he's wrong. You can say. In the eyes of a Christian, I believe that he's not right or wrong. I believe that what he could have done was voice his opinion against it, right? Because we're never supposed to sort to some form of violence, right? However, I do believe that, for example, if that was in a school, I would take it apart. If I was at like a grocery store, I wouldn't want to see that. I would complain about it, get rid of it or something, you know? What do you think?
You're right. Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, violence is not the answer. You know me, I'm really...
Yeah, straightforward.
Just straightforward.
Get rid of it.
I'm like, if it was me, throw it away to the trash can right away. I don't care who's in front of me. But that's not the right thing to do because, again, that goes against our like Christian morals.
Right. And I mean, in the Bible, it says in the Bible, it says that paganism will thrive in our culture today, right? Yeah. Jesus says, "Woe to men and woe to men and woe to women who give birth in these days, for evil will become the semblance of our life." It'll just be it'll be so natural and normal to everyone,
sadly,
that it'll just water it down, right? And that's what it's, I mean, right now there's Christians who are upset about this, right? But look at the legislator. Look at the people who allowed it to be put in there and are not upset with it
at all.
And if they said, "Oh, pray for capital," and if they weren't saying praying neutral or praying against it, but they were praying for it, that's even more shocking.
It is. And there's also another video, but we're not gonna put it down there. I don't know if it's in Iowa as well. I forget the name of the state. But there's like a satanic person talking to legislature. Trying to make it legal for adults to marry young ones.
Oh, yeah.
Based on his satanic beliefs.
Yeah, it's like, I forget what it's called, but it's pretty much pedophilia being legal. Mm-hmm. A guy who's over 18 attracted to 13 or 14-year-olds should be allowed because age is not, love doesn't affect age. Mm-hmm. That's the whole idea with it. But, it is just, it's just crazy seeing this, and I'm trying to find this one scripture because I wrote it down, but I can't find it right now. But the idea is that in this world, we're going to have evil and chaos, right? I think it's in Matthew chapter 6, I think, where it says that do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The world is going to be trying to conform us in the littlest and even in the biggest of steps. Right here, you could say, well, it's freedom of religion. People have the right. But here's the thing, though. If it happens in a chamber of commerce where it's that satanic thing, they're going to do more and more and more. Where Christianity then, because Christianity, we don't like to fight back. We're going to get more pushback. We're going to be more cowardly. Oh, we don't want to be a bother. We're not going to say anything about it. And then we're going to be surrounded by the demonic, right? We're not changing our environment. We're not spreading the love of God. We're not talking about Christianity. We're not standing up against that thing. Instead, we're letting the world conform against us. Mm-hmm. And that's what I stand against on that. I'm sorry. Like, I can't find a good reason why you should have a satanic statue of a demon. Oh, yeah, whatever. No. Yeah, there's no good example I could think of.
It's like Germany out of nowhere starts putting a Hitler status or a statue.
Yeah, just to celebrate Hitler.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too, you could argue that this is worse than that because it's dealing with evil itself, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys pretty much know our thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'll give you guys his opinion on this. This is actually interesting.
Yeah, well, I want to see what happened with the guy. I'm going to look up to see... I know he got pressed with charges.
He got pressed with charges. I think after the bound, he was let go.
Oh, yeah. 4 charges, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
Oh, my God, 4.
I mean, if he doesn't get jail time, he gets monetary fines. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's bad. It's not, and I mean, it's worth it. I think about it this way. It happened, and it got famous. It became viral because of it. And now more people know about it. So that's kind of a good thing, because then more people are aware of what's going on. So if anyone argues with you, or you go hear 2 people talk about this certain thing, and you tell them, well, did you hear what happened in Iowa with this thing? Like, oh, that's crazy. That's not true. You could pull it up now because it's all over the internet. Even in,
if I'm mistaken, Target.
Oh, Target too?
Yeah, they started selling demonic or Satan.
Well, they also got in trouble because of the LGBTQ stuff in the kids section.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, exactly. So oh, here we go. I found it. Okay. Let me finish off with this verse on. Oh yeah, Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 3-6. For though we live in the world, we do not wage war. We do not wage war as the world does. The weapons we fight with are not weapons of this world. On the contrary, they are of divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it in obedience to Christ. And we will be ready to punish every act of disobedience. And with our obedience is complete. Once your obedience is complete. So the idea here is that we're fighting in this world, right? We're fighting against principalities of darkness and evil, right? They are physical manifestations that we see right there, right? What we have to do is not just fight it by saying, no, this is wrong. We have to fight it with the word of God. We have to fight it with truth. We have to fight it with integrity. We have to fight it with virtue. And every thought that creeps into our mind, or any thought that just tells us, oh, don't say anything about it. No, just let it go. It's supposed to happen. That's also could possibly be from the enemy. Because what he wants is that he wants to spread out faster. Mm-hmm. So he's going to try to mute our mind so that we're not being engaged. Because he wants a church that's asleep, not awake. Right?
Exactly. That's actually a good point.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll have another video coming out too. And remember, guys, what is the truth? The truth is Jesus Christ. Thanks, guys.
Say no to the devil.
Yeah, definitely say no to the devil.